Necrophagia was one of the originators of death metal and most likely the godfather band that actually gave the so-called subgenre horror metal its name. Now rest in peace, Killjoy, the creator and the original member of the band who unfortunately passed away 2018. Now Season of Mist has put out a compilation to make homage to this wonderful band of its 35-year-old career, or long career, and that's what we have here for review. Here lies Necrophagia, 35 years of death metal. Now, I don't know about you people, but the Necrophagia has been a very interesting band throughout the years, and I think it was one of those bands that actually paved the way for a kind of a dirty horrorness death metal, and in my opinion it was getting better by the years. So not only a tragedy in a personal level, I think it was kind of a tragedy to a whole death metal community when it was found out that this barely 15-year-old Killjoy was found dead after a heart failure, or how it was mentioned. Now here's the compilation with its track list, its inlay. I'm sorry about the reflections here. This is winter coming outside and snow is coming down, so it's not the best possible lighting scenario here. So here we have this cover. This is featuring 35 years of music, so tracks from various releases is put here, and as you can see the lineup varies from album to album, and this is very much covering the whole career, the track here and there, and as such it's both a good and a bad side of this 76 minutes of an album. Now it obviously depends which kind of death metal you want and which kind of stuff appeals to you when you got to listen to Necrophagia and so forth. And by the way, here is the kind of a long in memory text for those who actually happen to get this album, or well, compilation. So as I was saying, it depends how much you will enjoy particular part of Necrophagia career, because obviously the band kind of progressed with their style, and as such this is kind of like cutting through the ages. It's very much summing up the good and bad sides of the band. I'm not saying there are lots of bad sides though, but just pointing out that this is a compilation that isn't just of one style or particular era of the band, but more like going through the history. Now, the Divine Art of Torture is one of my all-time death metal favorites, and I think that's the kind of a pinnacle point which the band reached already in 2003. And since that, I think they have put out very nice albums such as Death Trip 69. But even the early ones, which were more like a rawer and harsher version of Necrophagia's career, I think they pointed out how this band became this kind of a horror death metal band. Now, that being said, I think this compilation is very much to kind of portray the kind of a geniusness what Killjoy had in his mind going on when he was writing these songs and creating stuff, because I think the kind of a vision he had became stronger through the years. I mean, music might not be just like all the way getting better and better, because I mean, creating art is what it is, but at least vision was, in my opinion, getting kind of a better. The quality of songs got better, and I think that was also reflected a lot with his songwriting, and also how the horror imagery was getting right there. So in case you have missed Necrophagia's music throughout the years, this is a very good starting point in so many ways. First of all, it kind of gives you an indication what was going on in different places with different lineup and all that stuff, and it also kind of sums up the change and the progress, and also gives you a little bit of more insight than just listening one or two albums of the band. That being said, however, I don't think this compilation has the best tracks by the band, but that is of course a matter of taste and nothing else. Like I said, I prefer the later Necrophagia material rather than the early ones, but it all is summed up right here. So those who are into collecting them all, so to speak, or trying to find new bands but don't know yet where to start, this is a good stepping stone for that. But then again, those fans who already had them all, I don't think this has much to offer. But there you have it. It's a beautiful tribute to a not so beautiful but still a great death metal band coming from the States. So there you have it. Necrophagia, dear audience. Rest in peace, Mr. Killjoy.